Welcome to the human centipod.
John, speak in the mic, please, and really get in there.
Here I am. I'm speaking right in the mic.
You know, we haven't done one of these in we should introduce. This is the human centipod, as you know.
This is Carmen Lynch
and
speaking.
This is John Reynolds.
And we're so excited about today's show.
We have so much to talk about because it's been about 2 weeks.
We've got a lot on this show, too.
Should I just say what we were going to
say? Say everything that's on the show.
I'm going to have a baby.
And
I'm pregnant.
We're going to interview a live gorilla.
Oh, my God. Okay, that was a little too obvious. People were really believing the baby thing, and now...
That you were going to have a baby on the podcast?
No,
or that you were pregnant?
I didn't know you were going to go for something so not realistic. Well, there goes that idea.
I think it's more realistic that we would interview a live gorilla than you would have a baby.
What? How? Where are you getting the gorilla?
We could get one online.
That says a lot about how you
You
think
could Zoom
about
a gorilla.
Excuse me, that says a lot about what you think of my fertility.
What I think of your ovaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think much of them. I'll be honest.
So
I love you.
Yeah.
Your ovaries, I don't really care for them.
Why?
They don't do much for me. You, love you. You're beautiful to look at. I love talking to you. Your ovaries. She just made a great face.
You know what I think about your testes? You don't want to know.
No, I do.
No.
Let's talk about it.
They're lower, but they're super cute.
They're lower?
Yeah.
Than what? Than your ovaries?
Your balls are lower than normal.
Okay, that's the rest of the sentence that you needed.
Well, you know what?
That says more about you being sort of loose. That you would know that much about other men's testicles to compare mine.
I only know yours. No, I only know yours.
Well, how do you know they're lower than the average?
Not lower than the average, lower than last week.
So you've been like when a child is growing and you mark the little hashes.
I don't need to mark.
When you mark the hashes
I see less of your legs every day.
When the
because
child
your
is
balls
growing.
get in the way.
We should do hash marks on the door frame for my balls lowering. Is what I'm trying to say.
I have mental hash marks.
Let's say what else is on the show today.
Okay,
Go ahead.
What else?
What else?
What else
You
is
remember?
happening?
You remember? Go ahead. Say it.
Oh, John.
Yeah. Oh, don't say it, though.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
And then let me do one. You
Okay.
ready? We're going to ride dolphins on the podcast today.
Yes. Because
We're riding dolphins.
Dolphins don't have COVID.
That's true.
They rape.
They rape.
They don't have
And
COVID. It's a clean rape.
They can. Now we should actually be specific about this because a lot of people don't know that this part is true. That dolphins do rape. It's called hooking, and what they do is when you swim with the dolphins, if you swim with male ones, and they get a little too frisky
Sexy?
with you, their phalluses get hard, right?
Uh-huh.
And they kind of loop back up towards their stomach, and if your leg gets caught in between that hard phallus and their belly, and then they go deep diving, you go with them, and then you don't get raped, you get drowned.
So it's almost better to get raped.
You'd rather be raped because you
Than
could
drowned.
survive that.
Yeah.
You're not going to survive drowning.
Now, is hooking come from the word hooker? Not really, because a lot of people who fuck hookers die, but that's for a different reason.
I'm glad I wasn't even needed for that exchange.
God, I know a lot about science and bad semen. Anyway.
Oh, I'm already falling asleep. What else is happening in the show today?
I know. It's about you.
Yes.
Can I
wait,
say
you
it?
know you can't say it. No, we
Okay,
got it.
all
It's
right,
coming,
all right.
though, folks.
Okay.
It's coming. Oh, God, it's a real news-breaking fact about me.
It really is going to change
It
the
is.
world.
It's going to change how you think about me and this podcast. It's not going to change the world.
Did we
so
get more
much.
listeners? Oh, we have to talk about our new listeners.
Oh yeah, we're getting more listeners, guys. Soon we're going to have an advertiser. I can feel it.
Does anyone want to promote us? Listen carefully. We need a sponsor. You know what's really nice is that today's Saturday, which is cleaning day in this house, in the commune of 7 of us.
Yes.
But we don't have to clean.
At the undisclosed
Thank
location.
God. You know time is flying
we're
by.
skipping the cleaning today?
We're going to do it tomorrow.
God.
I spoke to the laird.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain to everyone what a laird
A lard is.
A lard is.
A lard is anyone in my family. A laird is the one person in the family who owns the undisclosed location that we're living at.
But the word laird is a Scottish word
For lord.
for lord,
lard-
which I
lard
refuse to
lord.
call your brother Lord.
Yeah.
But I will call him Lard. I thought that was really funny. It's Laird. Laird.
Oh my God, you're still on this? Jesus
You're not
Christ.
bringing up anything.
I'm tired already.
Come on, let's talk about things.
I think it's the rain.
I love this.
All right, let's say one more thing that's on the show.
Okay,
You ready?
ready?
Okay, you go first.
All right.
Don't make it about me because we can't say me yet.
We have
But folks,
our
you got to
first-
keep listening for the news about me. But go ahead, Carmen. What else is on the
We
show?
have a very special guest today.
We do.
Bette Midler's
Bette
here.
Midler is here. That
She's
is
in the
true.
back of the car.
That's true.
Shh.
Quiet. No, she
And-
won't say anything because she's gagged. But when we untrust her, guys, it's going to be an amazing interview.
Can you hear the Beaches song under the gag?
That's all she. I never knew that because I don't know Bette Midler personally.
Hero.
But when she's
Yeah.
stressed, she sings the theme
To
song
calm
to the
herself
movie.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to talk about theme songs because I have a little story about you that I'll start and then you can talk about.
Okay.
But why don't we take a super quick break? And then
Okay.
when we come back, or why don't we just do an intro?
Let's just do it. Ready? Go.
We're back. Now, one of my favorite things about Carmen is that she can't remember anything.
Come on, I'm a busy
Oh,
woman.
she's terrible. But that doesn't stop her from loving stuff. And you did something last week that was hysterical. So
I don't even remember. That's how bad my memory is.
first, I would like to play this song.
It's jungle out there. Disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey, who's in charge?
Okay, now that, if you don't know, is the theme song to Monk. So my mother has been watching Monk on a loop, and there's like 72 seasons of that show on
And
Amazon
I think
Prime.
she's rerunning scenes or episodes.
She is. She's
Yeah.
already started at the beginning again.
Yeah.
So that song you just heard plays every single time. She doesn't skip intro.
I know where you're going.
Right. So yeah,
that's
no,
Leave It to
you
Beaver.
ruined it. You
Oh,
ruined
oh,
it.
go
So
ahead,
I
go ahead.
said,
Yes.
oh no, Carmen came up to me and said, "Oh, you know what I like about that show because she's never seen it, even though it's on constantly in the
I
undisclosed
mean, I know
location."
his face and
Yeah.
stuff, but in his voice.
She goes,
but-
"I love that theme song." So go ahead. She goes, "I love that theme song," and then she starts to do it. Go ahead.
I don't know what it was. I was just making it up
Well,
right now.
that was.
But I think that's Leave It to Beaver.
That's not far off.
Or
though.
the ice cream truck,
Yes.
maybe.
But the fact that you were like,
It's just a really
but you
goofy
really
song.
thought that that's what it was.
It's a goofy song.
But it's so recognizable.
Is it really? Nobody knows
But it's
about
got a catch.
Monk.
It's Randy Newman. It's got a catchy tune, and you're like,
Monk.
Yeah.
John is really getting carried away here. It was a beautiful moment, and I think he just needs coffee.
I mean, if you told me to pick out of 4 songs,
"You've buried the fucking joke." The idea is you love the theme song.
Yelling.
This is what you said. I
Yeah.
love the theme song to Monk. And then you literally went, Monk! Monk! It was nothing like the theme song.
Why
You
does
buried
it
it. You didn't frame it. You
matter?
didn't tell the story correctly.
but you were telling the story.
Thank God a man was here.
Oh my God, sexist. Thank you.
All the time. I'm lost in your eyes again with love. How far have I gone without cursing? It's been pretty good, right?
Are you trying not to curse?
Flibberty gibbet.
All right, so tell me now that you know this freaking song so well, how does it go?
We just played it, so I don't have to do it again.
No, that was my fake song. Sing the
No.
real song.
All right, well, let's play a little bit of it again.
Okay.
It's jungle out there. Poison in the very air.
And that's how it goes.
Oh, so you don't even know, though. Right now in the car, you don't remember the song.
No, but I would never say, you know what I really love? The theme song to Monk. The Monk! The Monk!
John is clearly obsessed with the Leave It to Beaver theme, and he won't admit it.
The Monk! I would never say I love something and then proceed to not do the thing.
Why are you so filled with rage? Why does a song bother you? The world should bother you, not a fucking song about a stupid show that hasn't aired in years.
Oh, it airs constantly at our house. The confidence you had.
The
when you said that.
priorities of your rage.
Really, I'm not angry. I'm just like getting excited. That's all it is. It's excitement. I just can't get over the confidence. The way you said that. I just,
Do you
I
ever
don't know.
think that maybe I say these things to fuck with you?
No, I know for a fact you didn't. You seriously
Oh, no, I
believed
seriously.
that was the theme to
No,
Monk.
no,
You
no,
did.
no,
when
no,
you
no.
sang
I did
the fucking
not.
Pop Goes the Weasel or whatever the hell your
John,
brain
I
churned out.
hate Pop Goes the Weasel, so you don't know me as well as you think.
How does Goes the Weasel go?
The only Pop Goes
No,
the
no,
Weasel
no,
that
do
I
it
know
now.
is
Yeah.
Pop Goes the Weasel because the weasel goes pop. Pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop goes the weasel because the weasel goes pop.
You've even got Pop Goes the Weasel wrong. No, that's a different version.
I don't like to
It's
sing
not
the
the Pop
original
Goes the Weasel.
Weasel because that stuff stays in your head.
Yes.
And then you eventually commit suicide. So
I'll give you another one
No!
that's like that.
Okay.
The Farmer in the Dell. Do you know that?
Oh yeah,
Horrible nurse.
yeah, nobody
Oh my
cares.
God, that's not it at all.
The farmer
Again.
in the Dell. The farmer in the
All
Dell.
right, better,
Yes,
better. Okay.
I heard it.
Jesus, you
I think
scared
you need
me.
to get your ears checked.
I thought you needed to get your
John.
stroke checked. I was worried.
John, no one's
There
getting
I
a
was
stroke.
worried. This bit started as a light, humorous framing of you as a beautiful person, and then I got worried for your mental health by the end of it.
You are always worried about my mental health.
That's
but
true.
it takes one to know one. So check in the mirror,
Takes one to
check
know
your
one.
balls because they're falling.
Yes.
And
okay.
quiet.
We passed that already.
All right, let's
Flibberty
go.
gibbet. Jiminy cricket, you.
All right. Can we talk about your important news yet or no?
Well, it actually falls under the category of one of our signature bits. Our longtime listeners know this well.
Yes. The people who've been listening for 5 episodes.
Yeah,
You're considered a longtime listener.
you are. So get ready for one of your favorite signature bits on the Human Centipod.
What is it called again? Say it so we know where to cut to put the music.
Oh, it's first world problems and third world conditions.
First world problems and third world conditions.
So all this is getting cut.
Yes. So
Okay.
I can say, my pussy. Oh, yeah. Because it's getting cut.
No, that's steak. That's steak.
Hi, Mom. Okay. Go ahead.
First world problems.
in third world conditions.
If you're new to listening to us, this is where you feel those first world problems, but you're in the third world conditions caused by the pandemic.
Corona. Yeah.
And this edition features my big news.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a humble man, so I'm not going to say it. I got to let Carmen say it. Go ahead, Carmen.
Okay.
I'm so humble.
John is nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
You could have left the daytime out.
Oh. Wait. I'm not going to cut. I'm going to
No.
keep that in the
No,
podcast.
don't
but I'm
worry.
gonna do
Keep it in,
John
whatever.
is nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah.
And then you go, pause, a Daytime Emmy.
Whee!
That's how you do it.
That's right. Now, the reason this is in the first world problems...
Hold on, we got to pause for applause. I hear it. Okay, standing ovation. Go ahead.
Carmen always hears our audience growing when it's not
Yes.
there. And so the reason this is a first world problem in a third world condition is that immediately I was very grateful. Aubrey Plaza was the host of the Spirit Awards, and I got to be a head writer with some amazing writers. And Aubrey's amazing, and I've known her for a long time. And she emailed us and said we had been nominated for an Emmy for the Spirit Awards for the writing. There was a lot of super funny people and super funny bits on the show,
Really great show.
and I had a great time working on it. And
I was there live.
and we
in
got
the
to work
background
with great
dancing.
people.
I wasn't really there. I just lied on my podcast. But I was at a show, okay, in Atlantic City. But I did mail John his suit, okay? So I did something positive. I helped. I mailed his suit.
Okay,
Bill
sorry.
Murray,
Yeah.
Michael Shannon, Laura Dern, sort of. It was fun. It was super fun. And I got to work with several people I've worked with
Laura
in the past who are
Dern
friends.
is
and
awesome.
She is. She's
Was
amazing.
she nice?
I didn't meet her, and
Oh.
so but I she was there.
You can add a bunch of names now and just say I didn't
Yeah,
meet her.
that's sure. I got to
Yeah.
stand next to Nicolas Cage for 3 minutes, and that felt religious.
Is he tall?
He is. He is.
Did he even smell good? Is there anything about him that you can tell us?
His presence is incredible. I love that guy's work. I don't know what he's like as a human, obviously, but
I think he's dating a 12-year-old though.
Now I love
was
him
he,
more.
Was he burping anyone at the show? Okay, keep going.
Oh, where was
Anyway,
I?
Daytime
So,
Emmy.
but we didn't get into why it's a third world problem, first world condition.
Now we
My
will.
first thought after finding this nice news out was like, of course, this is so horrible to think like this. But I said, of course, I would finally get nominated for an Emmy, even a daytime, during a fucking pandemic where I can't go to any award show.
You're going to look so good in that Zoom, though.
If it even is Zoom. I think it's in June.
You think
and
it's
I have
Instagram Live?
It's tweeted.
Oh.
We're going to tweet the ceremony. I have
When
no
is it
fucking,
June? It's June.
It's June something. I don't
It's
know.
June 26th, I think.
I don't know what they're going to do, but that's a first world problem, a third world condition. I'm finally nominated for a fucking a big award.
Yeah.
I've been nominated for others that are
Yeah.
and I've won a Peabody. I'm just going to stroke myself here. I
You
won a
are.
Peab-
He's stroking
I won a
himself right
Peabody.
now. Yeah.
But this is a big award that I have been nominated for with the other writers, of course, and I can't enjoy the full Hollywood bullshit aura of
I
it,
know.
going to that red carpet and all that dumb shit that I fucking curse the screen at if I ever bother to watch one of these things. Now I can't be on the other side of that because this fucking pandemic has taken my non-dream away from me. I just
Now-
spit in Carmen's eye. I'm
No,
sorry,
you didn't
darling.
spit in my eye.
I'm sorry.
Don't make assumptions. That's not what happened. I lost my hearing. Okay, that was so loud.
Oh my god!
And you know I have tiny ears.
from all the spit that went in your ears.
No, the loud. Your decibel level just exploded. I'm
sorry.
sure
I'm
the
super-
podcast machine is broken. Now let's go back to your sexy voice because a lot of listeners out there.
Oh wait, do we need to change the segment?
Shh, no, but I'm saying
Oh.
because we've been told by numerous people that you have a very sexy, erotica kind of voice. Shh, mid-sentence. That when you speak, if you speak at the Daytime Emmys, your voice will be heard by soap opera because they have the same Daytime Emmy awards, the soap opera stars.
Right, though we're not in that category.
So
but yeah.
who cares? Listen, you got to think positive.
Yeah.
Someone in the soap opera world will hear your voice.
Yeah, and then what'll happen?
And then maybe you'll get the part of the man who had a stroke on a soap.
Wait, why am I a stroke victim on a soap?
Because everyone on a soap is young, you know? That was
Yeah.
a joke.
What the fuck? Maybe you'll get the part of the invalid on the soap because you're so old.
You know, you made fun of me so much on this episode that I just wanted to get you
I
back.
have not. It was your ovaries I had a
No, and
issue
my
with.
memory issues.
Your memory is a bigger issue.
and a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that really, really hurt.
But your memory has been an issue ever since you were.
Well, I told you I hit my head a lot growing up.
Yeah, because you're tall.
Yes.
And that's a common thing for tall people.
And speaking of tall,
Mm.
I have an album coming out. Why don't you introduce
oh my
that?
God, guys. I've been instrumental, first of all, in art designing the cover for Carmen's second comedy album.
Which is now-
instrumental in delaying it because my eye is terrible and I've taken horrible photographs of her and now she's had to bring someone else in to do
Well,
it.
let's just tell them the story
Can
really
you tell them the
fast.
title?
Vertically Obese.
Yeah, great title.
And so I thought, John, why don't we go to the basketball court? It's COVID-free. It's the neighborhood basketball court.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a picture of me with my head sticking out of the basketball hoop?
Right. To kind of, the little
Show
play on
that
how-
I'm vertically obese.
Yeah.
And John took some photos,
Yeah.
and I picked a picture.
Right.
And this happens a lot when your friends are like, "Oh, I like this one," or "This'll do." They don't really tell
They
you
didn't tell you the full truth.
the
Yeah.
full truth.
But then we have a relative of mine here who has no filter. And he said when he saw the picture that she chose, "Are you supposed to look like a man in this?"
Are you a butch man? I guess I wouldn't be a butch man. Are you
Are you a man named Butch?
Are you a man named Butch? And I was like, and it got in my head.
Yeah.
And then I started to ask people, and they're like,
Ask
"Oh,
your
well,"
friends who said it was okay.
They were like, "Well, I didn't really like this picture,"
Yeah,
and
then
I
they
was like,
yeah.
"Oh, my friends are nice, but
They
come on,
are.
tell me the truth. Do I look like a man?" So and it was very butchy, which for me, I don't
Yeah.
think it really has made me rethink all the cookies that I eat here.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So anyway, that's the rain if you can hear it. But so now we're taking a new picture, but John's not going to take it.
No, I'm not going to take it. But we have somebody else here who's got a great eye, and he's an amazing artist, and here at the undisclosed location, and he's going to do it.
He's been taking some pictures. And
Speaking of albums,
Yeah.
one of my favorites is Frank Sinatra, and I love the New York song, and it goes a little something like this: New York, New York.
This is such an old bad callback.
Folks, that's how you do a call girl.
Na 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 na. Is that it? Na 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 na. No,
that's a difference.
That's the way you look tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
I even got the title wrong.
Because
I Love New York? What is it? New York,
you.
New York. What
Oh.
is the title of that
That's
song?
Stop
Is it New York?
Spreading the News.
Yeah, there you got it.
I'm leaving today.
Yeah, go.
Now let me turn it into our next topic. I'm going to be a part of it. This will make sense in a second. Just give it a second. Oh, New York, New York. Now, one of the things John and I do is we love to sing. John, you love to sing too. But I like to turn it into some crazy lady.
Yes. Well, you remind me when I was, I had a friend who collected old 60s records. And there was this phenom called Mrs. Miller.
Was she
60s.
really that big?
Yeah. Who was the Asian feller who was horrible on American Idol, but he
That
did.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I forget his name.
But she was that back in the 60s. And she was a housewife
yeah.
with those amazing 60s cat glasses. He used to bring in, at my survival job, he would bring in CDs. This is how long ago this was. Of Mrs. Miller.
But
And
so
she
basically
had
she
a
was a
terrible
joke.
voice. Yeah, she was a joke.
Okay.
So she would sing all the pop hits of the 60s. And when Carmen sings, she sounds just like this woman, Mrs. Miller. And so I keep mentioning it. But in Carmen fashion, since she can't remember anything because she's got the memory of a goldfish.
William Hung.
William Hung. Very good.
Yes.
She needed to look that up on Google, by the way.
Yeah, but you didn't know either.
You didn't show anyone up with your amazing memory.
No, I
You never remember her name as Mrs. Miller. So you'll be
I call
like,
her Mrs. Gibson.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wilson.
Yeah. Joe.
Never. You know, there are so many things you don't remember.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
I'm
that
terrible.
The brain only remembers what it wants to
We
remember.
dislike what we like about.
What
we
is your name?
dislike in others
Sorry.
what we dislike about ourselves. Isn't
Yeah.
that what they say? When you
Yes.
point one finger, there's three fingers pointing back to you.
Right.
I'm riddled with the cliches, people.
All right, so can we play a little bit of should we play the original? No, let's play I know what we're going to do.
No idea what you're doing.
Okay, hold on. This is a beautiful song. Ready? Are you ready
do
for
you have
it?
to put your microphone next to
Yeah.
you?
And thin and young and lovely, a gal from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passed,
Okay, that, if I am correct, is Astrud Gilberto and Stans Getz. And I think they're the originals for The Girl from Ipanema.
By the way,
okay?
I'm going to guess you're not correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that
let's just say
sounded
that
so-
that's the famous version
Sure.
of Girl from Ipanema, okay? So let's just go with that. The one
Right.
that people know,
Right.
okay?
Okay.
Now
And
listen
now
to
what?
this.
Okay.
This is not me, by the way. So there you go.
That sounds just like you.
That is
That
Mrs.
sounds just like
Gibson
you.
slash
Mrs.
Miller.
Yeah, Mrs. Miller. Did you do any research on her?
No.
Yeah.
We
I
should
don't
do
know,
some
I don't know
research.
anything about her.
Well, tell me how you heard about her, and then I'll
I
look
just
stuff
said
up.
all of that already. The segment is over.
Come on, really?
Yeah, I
Is
told.
Mrs. Miller dead?
I just said all of how
Is
I.
Mrs. Miller dead?
I don't know. I also said I don't know anything about her.
Well, I'm about to tell you, so don't worry.
my God.
She was born in 1907, and she died in 97. So she lived till 90. So she probably had. Let's find out what her net worth
Well,
was.
Is William Ho dead? What was his name?
He's so young.
What was his name?
Mrs. William Ho. Mrs. Wilson. God damn it, Mrs. Miller
Jesus.
is wow. It really doesn't say.
Okay.
That's really sad, isn't it, to die like that with no, like as a singer with no
I
net
would
worth?
say she has been very fortunate to have any notice in her life with that voice.
Do you think that could still happen today? Would she be big on TikTok?
Yes, she would. No, she
Maybe-
wouldn't. But if the
Maybe that's what
fucking
I need to
15-year-old
do is
version of her
start
would be.
like, singing ridiculously.
Can you feel the brakes hitting this podcast with you just like browsing Google?
All right, sorry.
While
The
we're
momentum
doing
is
it.
dying. Let's keep going.
Should we?
Okay, break.
Twitter thoughts and everything about social media.
John, I've been going through your Twitter.
Uh-oh!
Yes. And first of all, thanks for retweeting some of mine. One that you did once. You've only ever retweeted me once.
Accidentally.
Your top one says 2 words in a... No, this is the tweet. 2 words in a social media bio that never fail to make me consider suicide.
Yeah.
Comedian, model.
Yeah.
You know I'm both of those things.
I would consider you more a model comedian.
All right, but
So
whatever.
does that offend you, that tweet?
No, not at all. Are you kidding?
Now that...
First of all, I'm not really a model.
Right.
I'm a supermodel, so it doesn't matter. But anyway.
How many likes and retweets did I get for that
0 retweets.
Yeah.
11 likes.
Oh, that's big for
That's
me.
huge for you.
Because I don't even have 1,000 followers.
And then you have 6 comments, but we're not going to read them because none of them are that interesting.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, so you had a tweet recently, and I'm only bringing this up because you brought it up. The tweet is, if you're 6'8" or taller, you don't really need to wear a mask. 276 likes.
I don't even get like 50 likes.
Now, why did that tweet... By the way, if it's not clear, I hate everything social media.
Yeah.
Podcasts, I only enjoy because I get to hang out with you, but I never listen to them, as I've said again and again, except for Sam Harris.
Right.
Twitter is fucking... Oh, I cursed. Twitter is horrible. Facebook is horrible. They're all horrible, right? But the horrible thing about Twitter, of course, and everybody agrees with this, I'm not this ain't no great hot take.
Just spit it out.
You don't understand. There's no rhyme or reason to what hits on Twitter. Why does one tweet get so much love and another one doesn't? Right?
And I didn't even think people were going to understand that one. You know, because my point is that
behind the scenes of the tweet.
It's very fresh and empty in the space up there. When you're 6'8", you got a lot of fresh air.
Right.
There's no one sneezing on you because everyone's way below.
Right.
But I didn't know if that was clear.
Now I'm trying to remember if I liked it when I first read it.
Probably not.
I know I only hit like after you said, I can't believe this thing is getting so much attention.
So you're just trying to be like everyone else? Is that what it is?
Well, isn't that what this does? It's like, I have very good people I consider good friends who never like any of my tweets.
Yeah.
And then one friend was trying to explain that to me, like how it throws their algorithms off or whatever because I have so few followers or whatever, which sounds like bullshit. We're friends. Just like when I don't read.
Why does it throw their algorithm off?
I have no idea.
It throws yours off if you don't get a lot.
I have no idea how any of it works, and the explanation made no sense to me. But I don't read tweets. I don't go on Twitter to read stuff. When I go on, it's to post something just because that's all I care about. And I will read what is currently in the feed at that moment when I've posted something. And without fail, if it's any one of my friends, I hit like before I even read what the thing is because I go, oh, my friend, and I hit it. And apparently that's not what you do. You're supposed to your friends can go to hell if they don't have the right numbers, and they'll drag you down. Apparently.
Do you think that's how you know who your real friends are now?
Whether they like your stuff on Twitter or not?
Yeah.
That's a good question because I don't watch anything that my friends do professionally.
Right.
Because I don't watch comedy really because I don't like comedy, which is why I'm in it. I loved it and then I got in it professionally and then I stopped liking it.
Well, is it that you don't like it or you're just saturated? Because I don't watch it because I don't want to.
Probably because of the saturation.
Yeah.
It's definitely not jealousy. Because if there's anybody who's working on a project that I'm jealous of, and that first of all, that's rare. But if they are, then I will watch that one.
Yeah.
And then 9 times out of 10, once I see it, I'm not jealous anymore because it's the human condition. It's not going to match what you thought it could have been.
Or it's also based on what you always say that things are based on luck.
I'm
so you
more
don't
and more
watch
convinced.
It going, this is brilliant.
From
you
my
watch
own
it going,
experience.
That person's so lucky.
Yeah, from my own experience, it's luck. It's all luck. Talent is the afterthought, all of it. It's incredible. It's what keeps people away from it and keeps people jumping into it. Because once you realize how much luck is involved, It's frightening. It truly is. This has gotten very serious right now.
Who cares?
About
People
the
don't care.
dumbest thing.
Our listeners don't. They're loyal, right? Everybody.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Right. Everybody who can't hear us.
Okay, now
Or
can
we
I
can't hear
continue
them.
with your tweets? Because
No,
your
man,
tweets.
I wanted to keep talking about
Oh.
what I was talking about.
All right, go.
So you brought up an interesting question. It was what you said. Can this tell you who your real friends are? Now, my point is why I said I don't watch my friends' professional work is because I only like their tweets because they're my friend, but I'm not searching out their tweets. I don't give a hell about what they're saying on Twitter. I know them. They're my friends, so that's not going to be surprising to me. So I'd like to think that they're not liking my stuff. The thing that bothers me is that once in a blue moon, my friends will like something. It's usually something that is rarely, in my case, taken off. And by take off, I mean it gets more than 20 likes.
But that, I think, is because
But
when it does get a lot of likes, it moves up on the algorithm.
And so then maybe they see it.
They see it, yeah.
And then they're like, oh, my friend, John.
Right,
Let me show him some Twitter love. But when your kids, when the 14-year-olds right now, don't they judge all their friendships off of who's liking their stuff? Isn't that what's happening?
No, because I think kids now are only friends with the people who have their same number of followers. If you have 2 million followers on Instagram,
Yeah.
I think you're hanging out with the people who also have 2 million followers.
Okay, but I'm talking about normal kids that only have
Oh.
like 100 followers or whatever.
Then you like
Don't
each
they-
other's stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't they get? Wouldn't they be like pissy the next if they could still go to school? Wouldn't they be pissy the next day if I tweeted that thing and you didn't like it? What do we have a problem? Don't they talk like that?
I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
their
I don't
problem?
have kids.
I mean, I have kids, but they don't talk to me.
They? How you have one child?
He's getting big. No, he's.
Who's your other
he's
child?
Normal. He's normal size.
All right, I just want to let people know before we end the Twitter part
In
where
our lives.
yes, exactly, where your tweets go. Ready?
Where do they go?
Yes. Where do they go in the universe?
Yes,
Like if you had to pick a theme. Ready?
Right.
Ha ha. This is one of them. Ha ha.
Oh, this is one of my tweets?
Yes.
Oh, please go
ha,
on about
ha,
me.
Ha 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 ha. I think life is stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one. I broke my mom's wrist by accident a month ago and couldn't take her to an ER because that's where death is. Enjoy.
Yeah. That got no likes.
Really?
Well, it's linked to the podcast.
Oh, that's
That's the other thing I've noticed is that
What?
if you tweet anything about go buy my T-shirt, go listen to my podcast, 0 attention.
That's when you have to ask your friends,
Oh, so
will you
boring.
retweet me? I know.
Jesus, what a world we live in.
It's really all stupid. But like you said, anyway, so follow John at Daddy Wren.
My first frustration, I'll just say, though, about Twitter was years ago when Rob Delaney tweeted something like, I bought cheese today, and it got like 28,000 retweets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I just wanted to kill myself. Whatever.
All right, we're going to end this section on John's last tweet that I'm going to tell you. Hey, World Health Day. Fuck you.
I'm fucking brilliant. I'm an Emmy-nominated brilliant man.
Feedback from the previous episode.
Thank you, everybody, for writing in. Please, more of you, write in. It makes our day.
Do you understand that when you write us feedback, we can post it and it looks like we have followers?
Yeah. We're getting a lot. We're getting a lot more than I thought we would. I gotta say,
And
I'm
some of
impressed.
these are real. Some of these, like
I'm impressed.
Like this friend of ours, whose name I don't know if we're allowed to say it, so I'm just gonna call her H because
Yeah.
I know she's a listener.
Yeah.
I think she'd want us to say a first name, right? A first name
Let's
is
not
safe?
just in
Okay.
case. We don't know. We
Well,
don't want
she
to
knows
hurt.
who she is. Hey H. Okay, that's just me saying
But
hi to her.
we don't know this person.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what she wrote. This is on my Instagram DM. Hey, Carmen. I just want to thank you guys for the human centipod. I've been listening to your podcast while sunbathing every day for 5 days now, and this happened to become a part of my quarantine routine, which I enjoy a lot, in all caps, a lot.
Wow.
I can't wait for the next episode. You both are so natural and funny. I love the stories about John's mum. I love that mum, right? And how goofy you are. Oh, thanks. Okay, that was me. Funny that you keep making jokes about having few listeners, But you even have a Turkish listener here. Here's a Turkish recipe for you, sending love from Turkey.
I love everyone sending the recipes, but that's a beautiful feedback.
It's
H.
so good that it almost
Thank
sounds
you.
like we wrote it, but
It
we
does.
didn't.
Or that we know the person, but we don't.
Yeah, and also while you're sunbathing, H, be careful. Put a lot of SPF on.
Yeah.
Because I think the sun is stronger out there.
H, remember the SPF.
Did you have any interesting feedback,
No.
John?
Nobody. One of my buddies was like, loved the last one.
Oh, right.
And I'll say his name, Fish. 'cause
Fish.
it's a
He's a
nickname.
good guy.
So if he's
Fish
pissed
is
off,
the one that told us to watch stuff, right, on TV?
he said to
certain
watch
shows?
the,
Outlander?
no, the heist, the money heist.
Oh, yes.
Money heist is supposed to be very good according to Fish.
So Fish is listening right now to this.
Yeah, well, he listens to all of them.
So Fish, I just want to tell you, I started the Money Heist, and it's really interesting.
Wow, that didn't sound like you liked it
no,
at all.
it's good. No, I'm only on episode 3, so I can't. I'm very slow. I've been watching it. It's a real show from Spain. It's not an American show.
Yeah.
It's a show from Spain, so I'm watching it like, pero por favor, pero tú quieres hacer esas cosas? Yo no quiero por favor. Like
Now
it's
do
like
Mrs.
that.
Miller in Spanish.
Pero por favor, yo no quiero Ipanema. Hola, hola. Money Heist. Hello, Mr. Fish. Hello. How was that?
That should be Emmy nominated.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so do you want to tell people where to follow you so we can end this already?
Please follow my cartoons on Instagram at A Fistful of Babies.
Great. And John submits to the New Yorker.
Yeah,
and they're brilliant.
Never get in.
And can I just tell you that I think I've repeated, I'm going to say it again because it's so important.
Yeah.
One time I was going through my Instagram and I saw a comic that I thought was from the New Yorker and it was yours.
You didn't even know it was me?
No. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I go, wait a second, this is John's. That's how good they are. So you guys just keep
They're so
watching
good
his
that
New
the
Yorker,
New Yorker rejects
almost
them
New Yorker cartoons.
every single week.
And I'm at Carmen Comedian. Everything's at Carmen Comedian. New album, Vertically Obese, coming out soon.
And don't forget to rate us. It literally takes 5 seconds to go on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating.
And thank you for listening. And we'll have a Patreon soon.
We love you.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.